So this is a decade blockchain masterclass that we have been conducting for a while. The reason is that we in the industry we realize that a lot of events are actually talking about just as superficials. What is blockchain? Nobody goes into in depth what is blockchain in terms of technology, in terms of business use cases, and also in terms of opportunity for especially business or even as a developer. So we're going to go through all this together with hands-on as much as we can in this class. So this is the fourth company that I'm running, AlphaXLab. With all that fail and pass, fail and good that I did, so I'm advising a few startups. I'm actually advisor as a startup and found previously, probably you all may know as Impact Hub Singapore, and also Founderspace. Founderspace is a Silicon Valley accelerators that come into Singapore, and we did a soft launch in MBS very recently. I'm a mentor at that incubation also. I'm not sure whether you all know that Telegram is actually distributed. They have different server, different locations and everywhere. That's why you might see very fast. But it is still not good enough. The problem with Telegram is that one day, imagine you'll be building thousands of followers or millions of followers in your Telegram. What if one day they shut down? Gone. Facebook, the same thing is gone. Because it is still go back to them. Even though distributed, it will go back to their server. Say there's a problem with this distributed network. That's why we need to come up with another model whereby nobody has control over it, that everybody controls it basically, which is the decentralized network. Of course, there's a little bit of component of this distribution in a decentralized network. So I'm not sure whether you're aware there's this Ethermon, so which is actually Pokemon. The Pokemon on Ethereum. So this game runs on 20 plus servers all over the place and nobody controls it. So if you have certain rewards or certain items, it's there forever. So that's the benefit of blockchain. For example, Bitcoin, every block will be about 10 megabyte. That's much you can install. In Ethereum, every block 15 seconds. So it's pretty smaller, but it's very fast. So up to that block, you can store every data inside one block, and then that block will be linked to another block. So that's what's happening inside block, each and every block in the whole blockchain. Okay, so I think to understand a little bit more on that, let's go through this hands-on. Go to this website, then you will understand more. Okay. Here's a quick one. We're going to choose networking chain. Whether you're going to choose EVM, Ethereum, or you want to choose Bitcoin, or you want to choose Stellar, so we'll choose that. After that, share ledger will be under this blockchain, and smart contracts and authenticator. So what are those things? What is happening? All these 4 items in the actual blockchain applications. We're going to go through that. So networking chain, we can choose either public or private. So sometimes you might see that some people call it permission. But it's like when you go to some private party, can I join? That kind of permission. So you might confuse. So actually, private and permission is the same. People call it private chain. Some people call it permission blockchain. So it's the same. We have public blockchain like Bitcoin. We have this blockchain multi-chain, which you can make use of this chain as your own blockchain or private. And this share ledger is the ledger. The ledger is distributed database and holds records of all transactions on the network. So they will duplicate. For example, after this a few seconds, there will be a new block, for example, for Ethereum. So they will sync all the latest data in their block and they will store inside this ledger. So everybody will have the updated ledger. So you might see that sometimes in news that there's a problem with 51% attack issue in a blockchain. That's the thing, because everybody holds this. What if majority of the people, 51%, they fake the data? They might have a problem with this authenticity of the data. That's some things that Ethereum is trying to work out on a different protocol recently. For example, smart contracts. So what is smart contract? You might be hearing this everywhere. Smart contracts is actually a set of business rules in the systems Like in the traditional DB, we have what to do when certain conditions are met. And this smart contract is signed by every participants. Everybody agree that this is smart contracts. It can be changed. It can be reversed. So once, like things like, for example, if you buy some things and then when these conditions happen, then it will create certain algorithm and certain action. Generate overview. Access, of course, it is a block public, so you can read or write. Anybody can do that. Private, you got to ask for permission before you can join the network. For example, I'm not sure you all know Ripple. Ripple is actually a private blockchain. You cannot join like Ethereum. Ethereum, you can just open, you can just download a source code, you can join as a miner. For Ripple, you can't. They only accept enterprise level server. So this is a private blockchain. Speed, of course, like it's slower. That's why if you see there's people are saying it's a TPS, transaction per second. Ripple is much faster because of that. They are using enterprise level. And security, they use a different POW and POS and others consensus method. Identity, of course, is public. We don't know who is using. For private, people know that who are you because they allow you to use their network. So this is the MetaMask. Anyone has your own MetaMask wallet? Great, I got a few. Because the reason is I'm going to go through this MetaMask. You're going to create your own MetaMask. There will be airdrop and bounty later on. So let's create this. So just explain a bit what is MetaMask, right? MetaMask is actually just software to run in your own web server using JavaScript. It runs on top of an EVM, so you can actually exchange all these ERC20 tokens without any installations in the browser itself, and it's secure, it's open source. That's the reason why people are using that. So the difference, you might be hearing this, centralized exchange and decentralized exchange. What's the difference? So there's a little bit of difference, in case you're not aware. So when it comes to centralized, of course, there's administrator and everything is controlled, it is good. And decentralized is distributed, nobody knows what you're doing. We don't know who are you sending to. Unless you know what you're doing, it's okay. So in terms of speed, centralized you have a Lightning network these days, so it's very fast. Even though last year December I'm using decentralized exchange, and I was transferring my Ethereum. It took me 24 hours, very long, because when the usage is really high, server is not enough, whereby in the centralized DB is very fast. So that's the difference. Of course, decentralized you can only do crypto. When it comes to external transfer for centralized exchange, a little bit slow because we have this system called internal and external wallets that it takes in a cold wallet transfer to the hot wallet. That's why it's a little bit slow. Fiat you can use, decentralized we can use it. Privacy, of course, since it is centralized, it is no. So decentralized, you don't know who you send in. That's the point about decentralized exchange. I say, how do I get involved? I'm not a tech guy. That's the reason I come up with this. If you're not a tech guy, it's okay. You can be a economic analyst. What are the things that you should be, and what are the things shouldn't be in the economics? And you can write a business white paper in these structures for the ICO or any blockchain proposals. And you can be a bounty and community manager, or marketing or ICO event organizer. It can be a lot of things. Because when it comes to ICO or blockchain, the most important thing is this bounty and airdrop marketing is more important than technology itself. No matter how good your technology, without all this, the ICO or project will not be that successful. That's why you can see certain ICO runs for a period of 1 year. Let's say, for example, EOS, they run for the whole 1 year, because of all this. This is very important. If you are a non-tech guy, good, this is a place where you should be get involved in. If you're a tech guy, you can write technical white paper, system architecture of the whole blockchain, how you should be using in terms of with technology. and a blockchain architect, or you can be a developer for smart contract and a blockchain itself. Okay, this is an opportunity we have as an individual. You can see blockchain is really going up. It is just getting started. It's going to be way more higher. I'm sure that's why all of us are here, right? Okay, so job is going up, the same thing. So in terms of blockchain professional, this is just a rough gauge, software development and management and marketing, how much you are making. Because if you are MNC, you get a little bit more, like 100K plus, you are C-level, higher, all that. And if you are sales, it will be around this range, your startup will be slightly lower. And demand is really there. If you want to get involved now, it's the right time. Okay, so a lot of people ask me, Jack, how much to do ICO, right? So this is just for reference. It may not be exact amount that some of the ICOs companies did, or some of you are going to meet in the future. Just a rough gauge. Okay. So it will be around. Before we start everything, we got to start with this investor pitch deck first. One SME asked me, Jack, I want to do my ICO within 30 days. Where are you at? I don't have anything yet. I said, not possible. Can I do it in 30 days? The reason is this. Because we have to have this investor pitch deck whereby we're going to have the business and marketing. It's not like you want to do ICO, you just do ICO. There's a lot of things we need to consider. And tokenomics model. We have security tokens, we have utility tokens, how to get away from security tokens. Because if you go after security tokens, you need to get licensed. A lot of places not encouraged to have that because it's not easy to trade. You need license from a lot of government agencies. So you figure that out, and then you take 30 days. So roughly around 5 to 10K, depending on where you are, who you're working with. And after that, we get that, we move into the white paper. We know how it's going to be like for our ICO and our projects. We write technical white paper, and then we have this blockchain system architecture. Like usually work with a company like AlphaXLab. We provide all these services. And then we have these websites. After you get this, the first two stages, we have investor pitch deck, we have white paper, and a website for your ICO. People usually look for investment after these two stages, 60 days. Sometimes certain founders, they have their fund, then they don't look for this investor and marketing anything, they go straight to ICO. This also can, it's up to the individual. But most people walk this through. Another 60 days for fundraising, blockchain events, and go around a page. And after that, we have this ICO crowd sales. And after that, everything is okay, we launch ICO. So you take all this, it takes around 6 months to do it. So that's why it's impossible to do it within 30 days. That's the reason. Just for the information. Okay. So I don't know which company left not using blockchain. So that's why you should be in a blockchain. One day you wake up, everybody on blockchain. Huh? Okay, yeah. So blockchain is needed. So not every business can be used blockchain. The reason because of this. Let's see a simple diagram. Do we need a shared DB or not? Let's say you yourself will use this database, then you need blockchain for what? Right. If you share, then you need, okay, yes. Okay, whether you need non-editable data. If yes, then you proceed. How about governance? Because the thing is that we have this business rules. It will change from time to time, right? Which is in a smart contract. Let's say the boss say change this, change that, today and every day. Change very frequent. There's no point to use in blockchain. Because if you keep changing, there's no point because we have to deploy again and again this smart contracts. It will take some time.